Hi and welcome to the podcast Schlagervännerna with me, Emil. In 1973, Israel took part in the Eurovision Song Contest for the first time. The song was composed by Nurit Hirsch, who 5 years later wrote the winning song Abani B. The song in 73 were performed by the fantastic singer Ilanit, and the song was called Sham, which means somewhere. And if you have forgotten it, here it is. ברוכים הבאים לשלאגרvännerna ושלום Ilanit.
Shalom, shalom.
We begin in 1973. How did Sham come to you?
All the story started in 1972. I was in Germany recording LP. My producer asked me if I would like to represent Germany in not actually in the Eurovision, but the show before the Eurovision where they selected the song. Then I looked at the protocol and I saw Israel's name between other countries. So I said, why should I represent Germany if I'll go to Israel? And I asked the Israeli broadcasting system to send me for Israel, to sing for Israel. And then I went back and I talked to the lady that was in charge of it. And she said, yes, we get every year letters that to send someone to participate. But unfortunately, we have no budget for that. And that's why we didn't send anyone until now. So I said, okay, I will pay everything and you send me. But it was too late in 1971. It was after October. And then they promised me that I would go on in 73. And Nurit Hirsch was a very good friend of mine. She's still a very good friend of mine. She wrote many of my hit songs, nearly 50 songs that she wrote for me. And together with Ehud Manor, he was the lyricist, we tried to find a song that will be suitable for the Eurovision. And then we came up with the song Sham. We tried not to have many cha and other very hard syllables in the Hebrew language. And then he wrote a beautiful text. And here we are. We had a song. We made a nice video clip in Akko, a nice place, antique place with some antique walls, you know. Yeah. And then we sent it. And I went to the Eurovision. We didn't have much money, and I had to do some promotion for a agency, a flight agency, to have some more tickets for all the other people. And I didn't have any choir, just me and Nurit Hirsch, that she actually conducted the orchestra.
Yes, she was the second woman that had conducted an orchestra in Eurovision.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So this rumor that I have heard is true then, that you personally offered to pay for the flight trip for the whole delegation?
That's why I went to do some advertising, and instead of getting money, I received some tickets for all the delegation. The only thing they could pay, the Israeli broadcasting, was my ticket. That's all. And I had I found the way to get other tickets from the agency. That's it. When I look back, it was such a different show from what we see today in the Eurovision. You know, there was a big orchestra on stage, and judges were sitting on stage. One young one and one older one from each country. And that's the way it was, you know, no connection, no internet connection.
And I've heard that you did wear a bulletproof vest under the dress.
No.
It's not true.
No, it's not true. Although it was quite a rough time for us here in Israel, And it was after what happened in Munich.
The Summer Olympics.
Yes, exactly. And actually, I had a kind of a Bedouin dress. You know what is a Bedouin dress?
Yes, I know.
It's a special material, and it was very wide very big on me. And people thought, because of the situation, that I have a bulletproof vest under it. In the hotel, for example, we were on the same floor with Ireland, and there were guards by the elevator and by our doors, and nobody could enter this floor. Also, it was the first Eurovision that actually people were checked in the entrance of the hall, their bags, and Europe was not prepared for that. In Israel, it was very common. Each place you go, they open your bag to see what you have inside.
Exactly.
But in Europe, since then, there is a lot of security, I think, in the Eurovision.
Yes, it is. And that tragic thing that happened in Munich in the Summer Olympics was that 11 Israelis were killed, and that's what we are talking about.
Yes.
In Eurovision, you finished 4th place with a Sham. Were you surprised?
Well, I didn't know what to expect. Actually, when I arrived and I went to the conference room where all the journalists were for some interviews, and they told me that I have a good chance to win the first place. But, the song was in Hebrew, not in English, and the opening of the song was very dramatic, and it was bad for the whole performance. Because I told Nurit here, start with the refrain. It's better because then the song goes into the ears, and people can remember that. Because I was the last one to sing. And she said, no, I want it like that. And then Anne-Marie David came and she started a song with the refrain. And she took the first place.
Remember anything more from Luxembourg?
Oh, a lot. First of all, I remember, of course, what I told you about the security. The hotel was near the hall, 5 minutes walk, I think, even less. But we couldn't walk from the hotel to the hall. We had to take the car, and in front of us there were policemen in motorcycles, and in behind also. And everywhere I went, I wanted to go for some shopping. I had 2 guards going after me. And I remember that I was interviewed in the swimming pool of the hotel. The 2 guards were standing there and watching me. But it was for me a very good remembrance that I will keep forever. And I met so many nice people, and I met Cliff Richard, of course.
Power to all our friends, to the music that never ends, to the people we want to be. May the power to you and me.
And of course, in Israel, when I came back, everybody was waiting for me. And those days we had only one television station. So all the people were at home watching the Eurovision. It was the first time it was shown in Israel. Yeah. And it was in black and white, not in color.
I'm from Sweden, and in the Swedish selection, ABBA came in 3rd. And this was a very big scandal in Sweden that they didn't win.
In my time? In my year?
Yes. In 1973, ABBA were singing a song called Ring Ring in the Swedish preselection.
Ah, now I remember, yes. But you see, afterwards they won.
Yeah, exactly. In 1973, Anne-Marie David won with Tu le reconnaîtras. Did you like that song?
Yes, I liked it very much, and we are very good friends. And 2 years ago, I had a concert in Haifa, and I invited Anne-Marie David to be my guest in the concert with the Philharmonic of Haifa. And it was a wonderful show, and she's a lovely, lovely lady.
I totally agree. She is very, very warm as a person.
And a great singer.
In 1977, you were back in the contest with the song Ahava Hi Shir Lishnayim.
Yes, means love is a song for two.
ישירו השמיים אהבה היא שיר לשניים העולם כולו צוחק אליי ושר כמה טוב כמה טוב ישירו השמיים אהבה היא שיר לשניים.
And I have to tell you here that my Swedish, Finnish, Jewish friend Kim have tattooed the words on his leg, and he's obsessed with this song, and he's also have it as a melody when the phone ring.
Okay, nice. I was several times in Sweden, and I love your country. And I was there when I started as a duo with my manager was singing with me. We were called Ilan and the Ilanit. And we were sent to Sweden to represent our Minister of Tourism. And we had some shows there. And I also, one time, we sang for the ceremony, not the formal ceremony, but when they had a cocktail, and we sang for the winners of the Nobel Prize. And I loved your country. I love your country, and I hope one day I will be able to go again.
You are welcome. This song, Ahava Hi Shir Lishnayim,
Yes.
were not composed by Nurit Hirsch.
No, it was composed by Eldad Shrim, and he was also the conductor of the orchestra in this year. And again, we didn't have the broadcasting, Kol Israel didn't have the money, so I had to take the English choir to sing for me. We had to pay them to sing in the refrain. They didn't know a word of Hebrew. We had a very short time to teach them. It was quite awkward Eurovision that year. We came to London. It was in Wembley Stadium, and there was a strike in the BBC, and nearly they didn't do the Eurovision. So they were not prepared. There were no videos, before the singer went on stage. So you could see the people sitting in the audience, very bored, waiting for the people to bring the piano on stage or to bring something else, what they needed. It was quite an awkward Eurovision, not a good one. And I came 11.
Yes, you did, and a very underrated song, I must say. But first, I wonder, IBA, the Israel Broadcast Authority,
Yes.
they chose you again to represent them. This was before Kedam and the Israel Song Festival. But how did
Yes.
they choose the song?
Well, we gathered in one of the rooms in IBA station, and they ordered 5 composers to write songs. And I stood in front of a judgment, 5 people from the broadcasting, and I had to sing all 5 songs, and they choose like that, Ahava Hi Shir Lishnayim.
Do you remember what the other 4 songs were?
Yes, of course. One song was called Valentino, and actually they didn't want it because they said Valentino is not Israeli. So we have to sing something about Israel or about love, but not about a personage that is not Israeli. Then this song composer gave it to another singer here in Israel, Gali Atari. And then she sang it in the Gdam a year later, but it was not chosen, this song, unfortunately. But it's a very known song here in Israel and a very nice song.
Valentino, Valentino, מי היה מאמין שהיית פשוט, שהיית תמיד, ולנטינו, שהיית בן אוהב של אמא, וחלמת באמת על פרדס וקלמנטינו, ולנטינו, ולנטינו, איך שתקת מכאב, איך נשבר בך הלב, ואנחנו לא ראינו, ולנטינו, ולנטינו.
Yeah, I really like this song. Did you recorded it?
No, I just sang with the piano in front of the jury that listened to me. And I had the song that came second. It's called Hine Alayla. Here is the night.
הלילה, זה הלילה, הוא אליי, יחזור בתשובה, ואהובי לי, עוד יביא לי, עוד יביא ליל אהבה. הנה הלילה, זה הלילה.
I recorded it, and also I recorded it in French and in English and in German. But they choose Ahava Hi Shir Lishnayim. Love is a song for two. And until today, I still so invited sometimes to sing in weddings when, they go to the altar. So
Yeah.
I sing for them this song.
There is a rumor this year too that the Israeli conductor Eldad Shrim were armed
Yes.
while conducting.
It's the first time that I hear about it.
Oh,
Really.
because the Swedish conductor Anders Berglund had
Yes.
many times in interviews in Sweden said that the Israeli conductor Eldad Shrim were armed while he conducted.
No, I didn't know about it. No. We are not in danger. In 1977, everything was okay.
Yeah.
I never heard about it. We are good friends. I must ask him.
Yes, do
Now
that. Because I know the Swedish conductor, so then I can tell him that the rumor that he had spread is not true.
It's like the bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Marie Miriam won this year with the epic
Yes.
song, L'Oiseau
Again,
et
you
l'Enfant.
see, always the French are before me.
Yeah.
Comme l'oiseau bleu survolant la terre, nous trouverons ce monde d'amour. L'amour, c'est toi. L'amour, c'est moi. L'oiseau, c'est moi. L'enfant, c'est moi. L'oiseau, c'est toi.
Did you have any favorite this year?
Well, I hardly remember the songs because it was such a, in Hebrew we say balagan. You know what is balagan?
It's chaos.
A chaos because of what happened there with the BBC and so on. So I hardly remember. It was not well organized, this Eurovision. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember anything special more from the week in London?
I knew London already because I came to record also Sham and also the Ahava Hi Shir Lishnayim. I did the recordings in London, and also I performed several times in London. I toured around the world for so many years and until today. So it's nice. It's nice.
7 years later, 1984, Israel withdrew its participation from the contest because of the Memorial Day, Yom HaZikaron.
Yes.
But weren't you supposed to sing the song Balalaika this year?
Balalaika,
No, actually, Kobi Oshrat, the composer of Hallelujah, he came to me with the song Balalaika. And I said, the song is great, but I don't want to go to the Eurovision anymore. I had enough twice. It's okay. If you want to give it to another singer, I'll be very happy for you. But somehow this song came back to me and I recorded it and it became a big hit here in Israel.
But do you think that Balalaika would have competed then for Eurovision, but with another artist?
He proposed the song to other artists, but nobody wanted the song. I don't know why, because it's a very nice song and it speaks about, that Iron Gate in Russia opened and all the Jewish people went to Israel, So that's the theme of the song. But every time that I meet Kobi Oshrat, he says to me, I still think that Balalaika could win the Eurovision. So I said, you won here. People like it here and I sing it in my shows. And the song had a lot of success. So for me, it was okay. I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want to go to Eurovision anymore.
Balalaika, Balalaika, עוד אישה משאירים בארץ ישראל. Balalaika, Balalaika, אם אשכח את ירושלים. Balalaika, Balalaika, עוד אישה משאירים בארץ ישראל. Balalaika, Balalaika, עוד אישה משאירים בארץ ישראל. Balalaika, Balalaika.
Have you been asked again to sing for Israel in Eurovision?
No, because then, they started to do big shows here and choose young singers. And I said, well, I'm too old to go to the Eurovision. But as a guest, like last year, I enjoyed it very much. But this show is for the young people. They enjoy very much the Eurovision. So also people in my age, they enjoy. But, I don't think that all the singers, I don't want to even say old, but...
Let's say legends.
Legends, okay. I don't think they should go to the Eurovision. No.
In Israel, you are one of the most loved and appreciated artists and have been awarded for this year's singer from 1971 to 1977.
Yes. Also, I have one song that is very popular and it came first in the list of the songs that were more played in the radio for 20 years. Very quiet song. It goes like that. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 dee da da da. It's a beautiful song, and I'm really surprised that I recorded this song in 1976, and until today, people love this song, and it was chosen, like I said, the best song from the last 20 years.
And what is the name of that song?
Shir Shel Yom Chulin. It means a song from a normal day. I can send it to you if you want.
Lovely.
אם יש לי מיתרים, הם מתנגנים ברטט. אם יש בי דאגה, היא חשופה כמעט. אם יש בי אהבה, היא תאמר בשקט. אם יש לי שורשים, הם מתארחים לאט. יום החולין הזה הוא יום שיש בו חסד, ובחסדו שורות אליך נכתבות. קח את ידי עכשיו, עשני מפויסת, ביום חולין כזה דרכינו מצטלבות.
I have traveled to Israel many times, and I've heard your song Bashana Haba'a on the radio, in taxis, and in shops and everywhere. Can you tell me about this fantastic song?
It was written by Nurit Hirsch and Ehud Manor, and he actually wanted the song to be a quiet song. It's a song that describes his childhood in his town, while he was sitting by his house and see the birds and so on. And Nurit decided that this song should be happy and give hope for people, because the words say, you will see what a joy it could be in next year. So we always sing it with a big hope that everything will be okay.
בשנה הבאה נשב על המרפסת ונזמור ציפורים נודדות, ילדים בחופשה ישחקו תופסת בין הבית לבין השדות. תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה.
Israel has made itself known for sending songs and artists who have been loved and a bit controversial. What do you think is the best song Israel have competed with in the Eurovision?
One word, Hallelujah. It's the best song that we ever had in the Eurovision. And I know that it is played all over the world. And it's really a song that makes you feel with a big hope in your heart, really.
Yeah.
And especially, these days that people are singing from terraces,
Yeah.
So this is one of the songs that people are singing one to each other from terrace to terrace. We won with Dana International, we won with Neta, Barzilai, and if the Eurovision was this year, we had a very good singer that is going, and she will sing next year. Eden Alena, yes. They will have to write her a new song.
Yes.
She is a very good singer and very sweet girl, and she has all the future ahead of her.
We saw you at the Eurovision stage last year, 2019, in Tel Aviv at the opening of the final.
Yes.
And I was there, and what a lovely surprise it was to see you on that stage.
Thank you. I enjoyed it, really. I enjoyed it very much. It was short, but I enjoyed every step that I made on the runaway.
How often do you sing a Sham and Ahava Hi Shir Lishnayim today?
Every show that I have to sing these two songs. I recorded more than 600 songs in my whole career. I'm singing for 55 years already.
Yeah.
And I have at least 20 or more songs that everybody knows. And each time that I have a concert, they ask for a Sham, Ahava Hi Shir Lishnayim, Bashana Haba'a. They really love to sing to hear the old songs.
I'm honored and very glad that you took your time and did talk to me about your songs and your fantastic career.
Thank you very much.
It was very nice to talk to you.
And I hope to meet you one day. If you come next time to Israel, so just give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you.
I promise.
You are a very, very handsome guy.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Am Israel Chai ותודה רבה.
תודה רבה to you and shalom to everybody.
Hey, do.
Hey, do.